Hey everybody, this is SplashTalk. I'm Evan.
And this is Kyle. Today we're talking about Season 1, Episode 6, The Spirit of the Goat on the Gotham series.
Yeah. Alright, so let's get into it. First of all, I just want to say this is probably one of the better episodes so far.
I agree.
So the episode opens with Gotham 10 years in the past.
Which, the guy looks like Bane, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure he's not.
Right, like a small, not muscular, scary version of Bane. But, so he's muttering to himself how he's the spirit of the goat.
He obviously has problems.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
There's something wrong with this guy.
He has a mask. It looks like a goat mask.
Like a dead goat mask. Like he tore it apart.
Gotta punch that mirror, though, you know.
He's the spirit of the goat! So, okay, so the spirit of the goat, the guy's crazy. So then you kind of see him kidnap a little girl, or a rich girl. She's not little, she's an adult. But, anyways, she gets kidnapped. He brings her back to his place. And this is where we first meet, or this is where we meet Bullock and Diggs in the past. Diggs is Bullock's partner.
And Bullock is super young.
Yeah, and he seems like a good guy. He seems like he's a good cop.
He
You know what I
actually
mean?
reminds me of a little older Gordon. So maybe they're hinting on this in the fact that the reason why what's his name again?
Gordon? Bullock?
Bullock. The reason why Bullock is so hard on Gordon is because he reminds him.
Oh,
Of
that's
himself.
a good point.
But
he does seem like a good cop. Like, the rest of the series, like,
yeah,
especially the first episode, you know, everybody's like, oh, look at you being the good guy. Like,
Yeah.
they're kind of surprised every time he does something good. And in this episode, he's the guy doing good things.
that's true. And I think it's actually really good on the production part to show this is probably a minor scene, and they probably this probably has nothing to do with any of the other episodes besides this one.
Right.
But because the flashback was so like little but good as far as showing Bullock kind of be the good guy, it shows that they really pay a lot of attention in detail.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so Bullock and Diggs, they run into this abandoned building. They don't really say what the building is, but they run inside to get the goat. They find the girl that he captured, and so they're going after the goat. Now, this is the only thing I don't get. Diggs is what, like 10 feet above the ground, and he falls and breaks both his legs like permanently.
Yeah, I thought he was dead. I thought he died because nothing else happened.
I don't know. They should have done a better job, like showing if he fell on something.
Yeah.
Because then, you know, later on in the episode, they show him in a wheelchair, and it's like he didn't fall that far. Like, the goat guy is standing underneath the stage, and the stage is just barely above his head.
Yeah, I agree.
So he couldn't have fallen that far.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
permanently paralyzed from that. So
Yeah, that was
Anyways.
kind of stupid, but
but they kind of show, I don't know. I mean, they kind of show Bullock being a good guy in this area. Bullock kills the original goat, and that's the end of the flashback. They move into, Bullock and Nigma finding another girl, in present day, so 10 years later,
Yep.
with the same MO as the goat.
and this is where we see actually this whole episode we see a little more of Enigma
Yeah,
coming out. Obviously,
yeah,
he's the
it's a
Riddler.
very, yeah. It's a
If
heavy
you didn't get
Riddler
that by
episode.
now,
Yeah,
then you're an idiot. But he is super
it's kind of
riddle.
important in this episode.
He is.
He's like all over.
Yeah.
So
he's,
I don't know.
he's
Maybe,
annoying.
yeah, he's annoying everyone.
But I think they did a really good job with him too, especially in this episode.
Yeah, I think so too. But so they do the the Bullock Nigma thing with the girl,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of make fun of the fact that Gordon's not even at work yet. You know, they call him Boy Scout. And then they show Barbara and Goya fighting.
Yep, they're having marriage problems.
They're like, Barbara wants to know all of his secrets, which she's like, I want to carry half of your load. And I'm like, what the heck does that even mean? I want to carry half your load.
Yeah.
Like, she
That was
only
weird.
wants to know half of what he's actually going through.
That's kind of strange. I didn't get that.
I don't know. I mean, I understand she wants to be there for him, and
maybe she thinks that they're both carrying the same load, but that's
I don't
totally
know.
not true.
It's just weird. Like, okay, she just probably wants to be there for him. Whatever. So they work it out. They end up getting over it. Gordon leaves for work.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
we'll see her next episode fighting again.
You know what? I just realized there's no Fish Mooney in this episode, is there?
There's not.
Wow. So
yeah,
they get rid of Fish Mooney and make it Heavy Riddler.
Wow. Which is nice from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. Okay, anyways, back to...
Also, what does Barbara do? What does she even do?
I think in the first episode they say she's a painter.
She's a painter.
I think they say something about she has a gallery. Montoya goes to see her. She says something like, "You're the gallery. I heard you got a gallery down on blah, blah, blah street."
I see.
So I don't know if she sets that up for other artists or if she is the artist, but I don't know. But she wants to know everything wrong with Gordon's life.
She wants half the load.
Half the load.
Whatever that means.
So they fight, work it out. Okay, Montoya and Alan then catching up with them on the shipyard. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They find a crazy person who doesn't speak barely any good English.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And he's like, "That is the shooter."
Yeah, and so now they're like, "Yep, got
Gordon.
We got him now." That's pretty much all the proof they need is one crazy guy
With a pair of binoculars.
Yeah, who just says, "Yep, that's a guy," which could be a lie, but it turns out
he just didn't want to get kicked out.
Yeah.
Like right when they get there, he's like, "I'm not doing anything wrong."
He's on disability.
Yep, level 6 or something like that. He said.
Yeah, whatever that means.
All right, so that kind of moves forward with the story of Montoya and Alan. They're trying to get Gordon.
Yeah, they want to.
I don't know why they're so focused on. See, this is the weird thing. They're so focused on Gordon.
Yeah.
When everybody knows Bullock is a bad cop.
That's true.
So
yeah.
everybody knows Bullock is a bad cop, and they're focusing all their energy on Gordon, who's new to the force.
Maybe because Gordon's wife and the
that's
chick
right.
had
Montoya.
a thing.
Montoya and Barbara kind of says that to her in one of the episodes too.
And like
she's like, "You're only doing this, You're only doing this because I love him now."
Yeah. So maybe that's why, but
or maybe they're trying to take down the GCPD and they just need somebody, and then they can go after everybody else. But
yeah,
I don't know. They just need to. They got what they wanted out of the witness on the dock.
Yeah, that's true.
So they got Gordon. They got arrested.
They get the crazy guy to confess.
Yep, they got a crazy person as a witness. So that'll hold up in court. All right, so episodes moving forward. They go and see the girl who is dead. Her name was Amanda Hastings.
Yep.
They go and see her parents, who is with a psychiatrist. And the dad seems kind of crazy himself.
Yeah, he was odd from the start. Then more towards the scene, you kind of see him kind of freak out a little bit. And then he does this weird hand thing.
Yeah, he does the hand clenching thing.
He like shakes and he always like clenches his hand.
Yep.
It's really strange and weird, and then the therapist lady kind of takes him. And,
she's like, he needs to keep you out of here.
Yep.
And then she tells Bullock and Gordon he's unstable. He's not going to be able to deal with this kind of stress.
Yeah.
Kind of sets Bullock off. He's like, nobody can deal with this kind of stress.
So they're kind of just playing it off at this point.
Yep. So she's just, I don't know. You just kind of see that he's kind of I don't know, her parents, I guess, were whack jobs. But
yeah. Well, they are rich.
Yeah. Drove them to insanity.
So pretty much at this point, the spirit of the goat kills the firstborn.
Yeah, kills the firstborn of the wealthy.
And of the wealthy. A.K.A. Bruce Wayne.
Right. And they catch up with Bruce later on in the episode, and he's just not scared.
Yeah, he's like...
You remember? He's like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's like, what's it matter? They have nobody to take me from.
Because he's the Batman.
Because he's the Batman.
Not yet.
But it does kind of show, even as a child, he was fearless. He wasn't afraid.
Yeah, that's true.
Alfred's just like, don't you think we should get out of here? And he's just like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm not scared. I got work to do.
And Alfred's like, well, I'm leaving. So he left. No, just
Yeah. Alfred just left him there. No. Anyways, we got kind of out of order.
So
okay,
now,
so after the psychiatrist thing, we meet Nigma back. He's trying to get some records from Christine Kringle.
Which is kind of weird because they're planning this part a lot. I don't know. I think they're hinting on this will be like either a big character or something. But that's the way I took it. Is they really focus on her. They said her full name. Like normally, if it's not a big deal, they'll say like either.
And they keep coming back to her.
Yeah.
Throughout the episode.
Yep. So obviously, Enigma is like super into this chick.
Yeah, he like loves her.
He's like super weird. Chris Kringle. I did a little research on Reddit today, and I saw this fun. It's a funny thing. Maybe it's true. I don't know.
Okay.
So, Chris Kringle. This is somebody's theory on if Chris is a character in this episode or not, as far as a villain. Okay. Chris Kringle is Santa's daughter. Okay.
What? Okay.
So no, just bear with me. Chris Kringle is Santa's daughter.
Okay.
Santa has another, so then Santa's daughter. So then Chris Kringle meets some guy, and he's bald. They have a kid, and their kid is Mr. Freeze.
Oh.
Which is totally bizarre. I'm not saying it's true at all, but I mean it's.
See, what I read was that because they changed Poison Ivy's name.
Yep.
Her name wasn't Ivy in the comic book series.
That's true.
So some people are thinking, hey, is Christine Kringle Harley Quinn?
Oh,
the
she
Joker's
does look like
sidekick.
Harley Quinn.
And that's what people. I mean, she does. She's got the ponytail, the glasses.
She does.
So there's some people thinking that it could just be a love interest for Riddler. Maybe they just needed. I guess we'll see if she's in future episodes, but maybe they just needed a character to kind of show, how weird Nigma really is. And see, another thing is you can kind of see she makes him angry when she's like, all the riddles, and then when he messes up all of her sorting, she's like, just get out. Maybe they just need more characters that push Nigma further and further until he does eventually become the Riddler.
That's true. This whole thing could just be character development, which is totally good too. They're playing on that part really well. But if she is Harley Quinn,
that's sweet. Yeah. So Riddler sees her. They talk about her name. Then we go to the Penguin.
Yep,
of course,
the Penguin,
the main character of the show, Penguin.
Which I saw this funny thing, or actually, I think you pointed out. It was somebody changed the title.
Yeah, the title of Gotham.
And it was the same Gotham font, same background, and it said Penguin.
Yep.
Which is really true.
I mean, this is probably the first episode where he's in it, but he's not
not that much.
I bet he's in 90% of all the other episodes, and this one he's a really minor role.
Yeah, he just comes in this episode, and it starts off. He goes to his mom's shack apartment,
crappy apartment. And she's crazy. She's got crap everywhere.
So we find out his mom is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
she's weird. So
how long has it been since they've seen each other? And all she's worried about is if he found a woman.
Yeah,
she's just like, "Did you find another woman?"
That's really weird.
And you're like, "Your son's been got," and he's sitting there over and over again telling her, "Hey, they tried to kill me. Hey, they beat me up. Hey, they've I've been they tried to kill me several times." And she's just like, "You found a woman. You found a woman." Yeah. It's like, what is your problem?
She's really bizarre.
Yeah, definitely.
But what's really weird is we get into this really weird thing. It's a scene.
Don't talk about it. Oh, it's not. No, it's a little ways. We'll get there.
Never mind.
You'll have to listen to see what the weird thing is.
That's true.
But if you already watched the episode, you probably know what the weird thing is.
But you want to hear what we have to say about it.
Right.
It's really funny. So.
Alright, so moving on. Move to the coroner scene. This scene kind of reveals that the spirit of the goat isn't just a copycat killer. That there's something more going on here.
Yep. Because
the penny in the neck that they never told anybody about.
Yeah, so they find a penny in the newest killer's neck. Or in the newest victim's neck.
Yeah. Which is something they Bullock says they never told anybody.
Yeah.
So there was no way anybody should have known that. So a copycat killer shouldn't have been able to copy that.
Which shows that they're playing this as an actual spirit.
Yep.
That's
making it more than just a killer, a
than
person.
just one person. So now we got the spirit of the goat is an actual spirit that haunts people.
Yep.
So it haunts different people. We don't know how yet. And then what it does is it like controls them and kills them.
Makes them kill the firstborn of the rich
it
families.
makes them kill the firstborn of the rich and wealthy. So it's kind of weird. And now they insert pennies. It's like an 1836 penny. So so it's not just like a 2012 penny.
Yeah, it's not like a random penny. It's like a very specific year.
Yeah, and it's every one is the same penny. So that's really odd. But that's all we know so far.
Right. So yeah, they do that. Next is the scene with Bruce that we already talked about where he's not scared with Alfred.
Yep.
Go a little bit further. They go and see Diggs, his old partner, who, like we said, is in a wheelchair in like a nursing home from like that 7-8 foot fall that he took 10 years ago.
Yeah, which must have like just paralyzed him.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, they need to do a better job kind of explaining that. But Diggs thinks, Bullock thinks it's an accomplice. Diggs thinks it's a conspiracy. He thinks there's a bigger master plan behind it. Bullock, it kind of makes Bullock mad. We also hear him talk about how Bullock thinks he's a white knight trying to save people. Yeah. Which surprises Gordon because Gordon only knows him as like this dirty cop.
Yeah. And so after they get them talking, something kind of weird happened. We see Bullock. It's a short little scene. We see Bullock talking to, which looks like a worker in that what was it, nursing home?
Like a nurse or something.
And he's saying, "Is this paid for?"
Yep. She's asking if he wants to pay them on.
Yeah. So
is he getting the magazines I bought for him?
And it sounds like they're like porno mags. But, which is
because they're horrible magazines.
She's like, they're horrible. So Gordon sees this, and so now thinking about it, they definitely played that good guy cop in the very
you definitely think, oh man, Bullock really cares about this guy. He's paying his bills at the nursing home. He's making sure he has entertainment.
Yep. So they definitely did that. So now Gordon's seeing, hey, Bullock is actually a good guy.
You might actually have some good in him. He's not just complete dirty cop.
Yep. And they may be best friends, or they may be worse enemies. Who knows?
Who may be best friends and worst enemies?
Gordon and Bullock.
Gordon. Oh, right.
They technically are friends. I mean, they're workers. But
you know what? We missed something. We missed the scene with the Riddler and Kringle.
We did.
That happened. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. All the stories are kind of...
That's true.
But the Riddler, another scene where we see the Riddler, he kind of, you can tell he wants this chick.
Yeah, he wants the chick bad.
He is redoing all of her filing, which makes her angry.
Yep.
And she's like, "You want me to quit?" And he goes, "No, I want you."
And then she's like, "What?"
Yeah, what?
And that's about it. But
no, this isn't the scene with the coffee mug, is it?
No,
it's later.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he just kind of ruins her files. She gets mad. You really see that he likes her because he says that I want you, and he's like, I want you to have a job here.
And she's like, what?
Yeah.
She's just really mad because he messed all of her filing.
Right.
Which I'd be mad too. I don't blame him.
Which might just be, another push for him. He wants the girl. He can't have the girl. Loses his insanity.
Becomes the Joker. Could be. No, he's totally the Riddler. if they make him the Joker, they're just trolling us.
Right. That would just... Okay, so
now we're back after the whole deal with the nursing home, the retirement, the scene,
everything that happens there.
Now we see it's obviously the firstborn.
Yeah, she's talking to her parents. Yeah, I'll be at the train yard. So they're obviously getting her out of Dodge.
Yep. Parents aren't home. It's just her and the nanny. The nanny goes upstairs.
Did you think the camera angles of this scene are really weird?
Yeah, I thought that was weird. It was
okay, no offense, but if a girl is coming down a staircase in a short skirt, maybe don't have the camera pointing up it.
I don't know. Maybe the producers wanted it for some weird reason.
I just thought all the angles, like when she's standing at the table, they have the camera underneath the table pointing up.
Yeah, like I thought it was like flipped because the way everything was, I thought like the stairs was like a different way, just like a weird optical illusion.
I thought every shot in this scene was just weird.
And just this scene, like everything else.
Yeah, it's like
fine.
it's like this one scene they were like, "Hey, get a new cameraman in here. Let's see what he can do."
There it is. Yeah.
So yeah, they just do all these weird I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Like there's the shot with it pointing at a mirror or something. So that's
So then, what happened is, obviously the spirit of the goat came,
took the girl,
knocked out the nanny, took the girl.
Yep.
And then we go from there.
And then the next scene is the scene when Barbara goes to see Montoya. I don't know if it's like the GCPD or what, but she's outside, and she's trying to tell Montoya not to arrest Gordon.
Yeah.
You know, Gordon didn't do anything, and she tells her, "I'll tell you everything I know when Gordon tells me, but I just don't want Gordon to get arrested."
Yeah.
And Montoya's like, "It's too late. We're gonna arrest him tonight. We're gonna arrest him later. We got the warrant and everything."
And Barbara's like, "What?"
She's like, "Don't do it to my lover."
Yeah. Yeah, don't do it to my lover, because you're my lover.
Yeah,
but like, obviously she's mad. At this point, it doesn't even matter whose lover it is. She just wants to get her money.
Her money? Gordon's money?
Gordon's money.
Which, yeah, is another thing. Gordon seems to have a lot of money for being a cop.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Their apartment is like super nice.
It's like in a clock tower. Okay.
That's why I asked what...
It can't be cheap. Yeah, but it's his apartment.
That's true.
But it can... You know what? In the first episode, it doesn't seem like they live together. But in this episode, she's got bags packed at his place.
Yeah, that is true.
So is she packing his bags, or... But they live in a clock tower. Like, that can't be cheap to live behind the face of a clock.
That's true.
So, I don't know where Gordon got all of his... Well, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like GCPD doesn't pay a lot.
Doesn't seem like it.
But, it seems like it just... It wouldn't. But it does, obviously.
Maybe his dad was a DA. Maybe he got some inheritance or something.
I don't know. What's really weird is in Dark Knight Rises, you remember when Gordon died?
Yeah.
And, it's Dark Knight. Gordon died, and they went to the family, and it was Barbara and the kids.
Yeah, and
it was like a little apartment. So,
like, neighborhood.
I thought that was interesting. Maybe Barbara takes all his money or gambles.
I don't know. Maybe.
And maybe it has nothing to do with anything. Just being too big.
Right. I mean, technically, that's two different series, but you do never hear about Gordon being a rich cop.
Yeah.
Especially if he's not dirty. If he's not dirty, he's not stealing money.
That's true.
And like, look at the cars everybody's driving. Nobody's driving super duper nice cars.
Yeah.
So he has to be getting money from somewhere.
He's probably a drug dealer.
Oh yeah, season 2, it's all about him being a drug dealer.
Yep.
He's the villain. Alright, so moving forward.
Yeah.
They find out that the killer is squatting in the same place as the same goat 10 years ago.
Yep. So they go back.
So they go there to find the girl.
And just like every cliche murder, whatever, scene, she's just about to die. He's just about to kill her. And they came just at the right time.
Just, boom, nick of time, they found her.
So the goat goes and hides, and then we have Bullock and Gordon. They're trying to save her.
Gordon doesn't get paralyzed this time.
Yeah, Gordon doesn't get paralyzed.
So Gordon is taking the girl down, getting her to safety, while Bullock goes after the goat. They have this pretty sweet fight scene.
Yeah.
Kind of rolling around stairs. The goat says the same thing to him that he said 10 years ago, which was something like, "You can't kill me, I'll come back."
Yep.
That makes Gordon mad. He tackles him down another flight of stairs. And right before Gordon was about to get stabbed and Bullock saved his life, right before Bullock is about to get hatcheted, Gordon jumps on top of the goat.
Just in the nick of time.
Just boom.
Cliche.
But exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a better fight scene than it would be in the pilot or
Right, yeah.
any other episodes. So they're getting better. They're getting more action-y.
Yeah.
As far as not looking like crap.
So they get the goat. I guess they arrest him. They move forward. The next scene I don't really get.
Is this the Selena Kyle one?
Yep, it's the scene where Kat breaks into Wayne Manor.
Yeah, it's a really weird scene. I'm pretty sure it has an important part later on.
See, something with the box. She takes some sort of. She sees all of Bruce's notes on the wall, pictures, diagrams.
Yep.
And then she steals like a little box.
Yeah, she steals. They don't really show it that well. I mean, it's not like you can really tell what it is.
Yeah, she just like walks up. She sees it on the table. She grabs it and leaves. So I don't know if it's kind of important to her, or if she's just like, "Hey, I need the money." Like maybe she was just there for no reason. She's kind of been keeping an eye on Bruce, anyways.
Yeah,
you know, she kind of keeps going back to Wayne Manor, but maybe that box means something to her.
And if you didn't know by this point, she's actually a cat. She's actually Catwoman.
Yeah, she's got
like she's like sitting up like a cat.
Yeah,
and she
does that like weird jump onto the couch. That like
I mean,
it's very reminiscent of a cat.
It's cool, but then she does this weird thing. She like stares at Bruce while he's sleeping. It's like this creepy, awkward kind of stare, but I don't know.
And see, now it might not be true with this series, but in the past, I do believe Catwoman is Falcone's daughter.
Oh.
So, I don't know if because she sees the picture of Falcone on his wall, I don't know if that's weird to her or what, or...
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Maybe she's taking something from Bruce that will protect her father, but she takes this box, you don't know what it is. You know, it could be nothing, it could just be her breaking in and stealing something for money, but...
Just showing, hey, I'm still part of this series.
Yeah. But it just ties her into Bruce again. She's kind of always around Bruce Manor, I feel like, when they show her.
Yeah. So yeah, that just shows kind of how she's interacting with Bruce, showing the chemistry between Bruce. Pretty much between her and Bruce, because Bruce doesn't really know she's around.
Yeah, it's like Bruce doesn't know she exists, but she's like always...
She's always there.
In the first episode, when Gordon goes to Wayne Manor to talk to Bruce, she's like sitting outside on the gate.
Yeah.
On the gate watching him. So, and that brings us to the scene of scenes.
This is the best scene I've ever seen in my life.
It's like creepy and erotic and...
Yeah, it is weird. First off, there's a bathtub in the middle of the room. Kind of weird.
Which, as weird as that is, isn't the weirdest part of the scene.
Yeah. You would think that's weird? It gets weirder.
I mean, like, I don't know if it's him just playing there laughing like he's 3.
Yeah, he's like splashing water with his hand like a 2-year-old would in a bathtub. But he's enjoying it.
And he's like laughing about it. Yeah, he's not like mad. He's enjoying it.
But his hair's still the same.
Yeah, it never moves. And then, his mom starts, giving him a sponge bath.
Yeah, weird. A, she's doing a terrible job. B,
only washing his shoulders.
Yeah, only his shoulders.
She's getting her dress all wet.
Yeah, I noticed it. That was bugging me when I was watching.
She doesn't care that she's
it's like soaked, and I'm like,
sticking her whole arm.
Woman, actor or actress, your shirt is wet. I'm like freaking out.
And I mean, she's got to be careful because it looks like the same dress she was wearing in the second episode or whatever episode.
That's true.
Gordon went to see her, and then
she probably has one dress.
When Penguin got there, oh yeah.
So maybe she's washing it right now. When he jumps out, she's just gonna jump.
She's just gonna dress them all.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even doubt that.
And so she's like, "You can't trust anybody," and he's like, "No, I found a cop I can trust." And she's like, "Cops are dirty," and he's like, "Mom just bathed me. Don't worry about my personal life."
And then they kiss.
Yeah,
that's what I thought was gonna happen. I was
like,
this is gross and bizarre. I mean, it sounds like he likes his mom, but he doesn't really like his mom.
It's like one of those weird,
like
you see in serial killer movies.
Yeah, exactly. And
he's like holding her hands as she's washing him.
And I'm like, dude, this is gross. He is naked and she's washing him. Like, maybe I'm too uptight,
I mean, my mom stopped watching me when I was like, 3, so.
Only 3? Oh. My mom stopped watching me when I was like 15.
50. Like
No.
last week, I'm like, Mom, this is enough.
I'm like, Mom, I'm married. I should probably stop.
My wife will bathe me now, and she's like, that hussy?
Ugh, just thinking about it makes me gross.
Dude, it's just a weird... It shows their weird relationship, though.
Yeah, it shows that, I guess he loves his mom.
Maybe the death of his mother is the tipping point of
That's
him
true.
truly becoming the Penguin.
Or the Joker.
Or the Joker.
Or the Riddler.
We don't know who anybody is.
Or Iceman.
He could be Iceman.
That's all I can... Or Bane.
Or Bane. His mom dies, he hits the gym.
and
takes
he
some
becomes
Viper.
Bane. Yeah, he takes some Viper and he becomes Bane. That's pretty far. But yeah, the most weirdest scene I've ever seen in my life. She's like looking at him in his eyes, and he's like,
yeah, he's just
rubbing her hands, man.
He gets this creepy look, and he's all happy about being friends with.
And then just a weird scene.
All right, so moving on. We just basically see they captured. His name is Raymond Earl. He was the new Go Killer.
Yep.
They decide we're going to look through the files tomorrow to see if they have any connection, blah, blah, blah. Everybody leaves. Bullock is just sitting there watching Earl. And he starts doing the hand clenching thing that the Hastings father was doing.
Yep. And the only one who's looking at this right now is
Bullock. So everybody else went home. It's probably late. Like, they show... Bullock goes from here to the psychiatrist, and then even Gordon goes from here home, and it's already morning. So whatever had happened took all night.
Yep.
And now it's morning. They're tired. They've been on the clock for over 24 hours. It would seem.
Yep.
So Bullock sees the hand clenching, and he kind of runs off.
Yep.
And then it jumps to Barbara and Gordon instead of Bullock.
So now we're having more marriage problems.
So now she's like, yo, dog, we gotta get out of here. We have to leave. They're gonna come arrest you. Gordon's like, look, I didn't do anything wrong. She's like, I don't care.
But really, in Gordon's face, he's like, oh, crap. He knows everything's going down.
Yeah, he knows. Because the big deal with Penguin being alive is Falcone was gonna kill him if he didn't kill Penguin.
Yeah.
So he really doesn't, he doesn't want to admit that he killed somebody, but he also doesn't want people to know that he's still alive.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like the lesser, which one's worse?
Yeah, that's true.
So, but he just tells Barbara he's not going to run. He's going to fight it. Montoya and Alan, they come. They arrest him.
And then there's a knock on the door. I'm trying to... I'm watching this because I got something.
You had something?
Yeah, let me see.
Like right when they arrest him?
Yeah, when he opens the door... Okay. I always thought when he opened the door, it was like straight to the outside.
Oh,
so
no.
I was like, that's weird because there's obviously a clock in his room.
Oh, okay. I see.
It'd just be a flaw that...
Yeah, no, yeah.
Obviously,
you can see the whole way.
Not a big deal.
All
so
right.
yeah, they arrest him on the proper floor.
Yeah, not at the front door. Okay, so they arrest him. Now it jumps to Bullock, and he goes and sees a psychiatrist.
Bullock knows something's up.
Yeah, so he's just talking to her like he needs her advice on the case. Trying to learn the inside of people and whatever.
Yep.
And then he is like, hey, remember when the Hastings used to do the hand clenching thing?
Yep.
I heard that was something you do to suppress an evil thought.
Yep. And she's all like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, she was like, yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, she's like, yeah, it is.
And then he goes, do you remember treating Raymond Earl? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
She's like, maybe that name sounds, maybe like last year I did something with him.
She's trying to play it cool.
Like, I don't know this guy. Because she wants to get back, so she goes and meets homeless, crazy people and tries to help them out.
Yeah, which, red flag.
So, Bullock already knows at this point it was her, so he starts accusing her of being the person behind it.
Yep. So he's all up in her grill, and they're going at it. I mean,
she realizes she's done. The Hastings father comes out, and she's just like, "Hey, the Golden Temple is ready to be opened."
Yeah, she said, yeah, like the Golden Gate or Golden Temple is open.
Kill
and
him.
Immediately, yeah, and she's like, kill him. Immediately, the old guy just freaks out.
Just jumps on him,
man. And now it's a sweet fight scene.
The thing I found best about this scene was when he jumps on Bullock, she like is really, really enjoying it.
Yeah, she's like she's standing there.
She's like smiling at the chair, like leaning on the chair, like
yep,
smiling and laughing. And dude, you're gonna break the TV.
Really?
I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, there you go, normal speed. But you just fast forward. Anyways, she's like smiling. She's like doing the one leg in the air thing that you like see in love movies when the girl gets the kiss from the guy for the first time and it like shows she's truly in love.
So yeah, she's
loving it. She's like, oh yeah, fight boys, fight. Even though it's not over, it's just
yeah. That was
and she's like, I'm getting away with it. Bullock is dead. Obviously, Bullock can take an old guy.
Yeah.
So Bullock knocks him out. And then she's like, well, I'm out of here. And he just shoots her.
Yeah, he like flat out shoots her.
And she's just like, ah!
Yeah, she was, yeah, that's like, do that again.
Ah!
That is the exact sound.
she makes
that exact sound as she hits the floor.
And so he shoots her. They go back to the GCPD.
And look who's getting arrested.
And they start bringing in Gordon. Bullock is already back.
Bullock's back.
So they start bringing in Gordon. This is like the craziest scene that's happened so far.
Yeah, this is like nuts.
Awesome. They bring Gordon in. He's arrested. They're like, you can't arrest him. Then they're like, you know what, Bullock, you're under arrest too because our witness said you were there also. And Gordon's like, I didn't shoot the guy. And Gordon's like, yeah, he didn't shoot the guy. Which is funny because in that scene, I always thought, because Bullock, at the end of the scene, when he shoots Cobblepot, or doesn't shoot Cobblepot,
yeah,
he goes, attaboy. So I'm like, does he say that because he's proud that Gordon shot him? Or does he say that because he knows Gordon didn't shoot him and he's proud of the fact that he's not becoming a bad cop?
I think he's proud of the fact that he did shoot him. So he honestly thinks
he shot him. He obviously thinks he shot him.
But he's trying to cover it up.
Yeah,
here.
So in this scene, he's like, no, he didn't shoot him. He's like standing up for him. And you're like, oh, okay. And then
something amazing happened.
Boom! Doors of the GCPD fly open. And who's standing there?
The one.
The only. The main character of the series.
Yeah.
Look at it.
It's
the Penguin. So he's standing there and he says, oh, I'm Oswald Cobblepot. And he just starts laughing.
And that's it.
He thinks it's hilarious. And then, right before it ends, Bullock looks at Gordon and he's like, you SOB! And he like starts charging him. And he's like, Bullock. So obviously Bullock thought he shot him.
Yeah. That's when I knew Bullock was like.
Yeah. So he goes from, hey, you can't arrest my partner. He didn't do anything wrong. To, I'm gonna kill you.
To, I'm gonna kill you. And Gordon's like, oh crap! What did I get myself into?
Right. Yeah.
So that ended. Right. That's
the end of the episode.
That was like
it's like
the coolest ending.
Wicked sweet ending.
It was the bomb, man. Dude, the way the doors opened and you saw Penguin. He's like, hello. Says his name.
Oh, he's just laughing.
Dude, that was sick.
It was pretty sweet. Like, I know I watched the episode a couple of days before you watched it, and I'm like, you have to watch the episode because I want to talk about the ending of it.
I just watched it today, actually, but it was.
I watched it for the second time today.
Really?
I watched each episode twice.
That's probably a good idea.
one to enjoy it, one to catch everything I missed.
That's true. Yeah, because you gotta enjoy it, and then you gotta write down notes. That's what I was doing. So, but super. I definitely think best episode they've done so far. Yep, I agree. This is the most kind of shocking. The most.
Yep. They had best action.
Best action.
The story was really good in this episode.
Fish Mooney was not in this episode.
Fish Mooney wasn't in it, but you know
Neither was Falcone.
I guess that shows that as big of a character as Fish Mooney's been, she's not as big of a character as they need her to be.
That's true. They can lighten her off.
Yep.
She has to be in every single episode. I'm sure she's accredited to this episode because they mention her name. I'm pretty sure they mention her name.
I don't know if they said her name. I know the beginning credits say Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. So she's obviously accredited. She's getting paid for it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But
don't worry, Will.
Yeah. Don't worry, Will. Your ex. Their ex, right?
They got a divorce.
Yeah. They got a divorce.
When?
Like a long time ago.
And she just kept the Smith part.
I guess. Yeah. I guess.
You might want to check your facts.
Yeah. Maybe she
I don't know.
I thought she did, or maybe they announced it and they just didn't do it yet.
I don't know. Anyways, back to Gotham.
Yeah, back to this isn't Entertainment Weekly.
Anyway, good episode, great story.
Yeah, I loved it.
You know, you get to learn a little bit more about Bullock, that he's not a completely bad guy. He's taking care of Diggs.
Get to see his good side.
It really, really makes you want to see the next episode.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited.
Like, how is the rest of this going to unroll?
This Monday, right? Not Sunday, man.
Not Sunday like you think.
I always thought it was Sunday. It's Monday. I'm excited.
Yep. So, anyway, let's talk. There are a few things we didn't mention.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think we even talked about the coffee mug.
No, we didn't.
The Riddler's coffee mug has a question mark on it.
If you notice, it was like towards like 1/4 the way through.
Yeah, I think it was the scene where they're looking at the. No, it was the scene. It was the scene where they're talking about the 4 people that it could be the killer.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, "Well, it can't be these 2. They got clearance. This guy's out of town."
Yep.
And then right when Bullock and Gordon leave, he lifts up his coffee mug and there's a big question mark on it,
which is the Riddler.
Obviously pointing to the Riddler. The Riddler wears a big question mark suit.
Yeah.
There's question marks on everything.
Yeah, that's true. So they're obviously playing that this guy is for sure the Riddler.
Yeah, just another throwback to it.
And it was like a quick scene, but it was nice that they added it in and everything was good.
Yep. And then the only other Easter egg I noticed, which I looked up, which, like, you know, we're not like the biggest Batman historians.
No.
So, but I looked up some of the characters. I don't really see a throwback to anything else.
Yeah.
But the only other thing I noticed was the big green Q you can see in the skyline.
Yep.
Which is a throwback to Arrow, the Green Arrow.
Yeah, I don't watch Arrow myself.
I don't watch Arrow. I've never read the Green Arrow comic books or anything. But I know he's in the DC universe.
Yep.
I know the big green Q is Queen Industries, which is Oliver Queen, which is the Green Arrow.
So that's kind of strange.
And I did read that they haven't announced if he's going to be in the series or not.
Yeah.
Which, you know, really, they haven't announced if any superheroes are going to be part of the series.
That's true.
You know, but it's hard because obviously Bruce Wayne is a kid, so Batman's a kid.
Yeah.
Some of the superheroes could be older.
Yeah.
So they could.
Like, for example, Bane. Bane is only created to kill Batman.
Yeah. Bane
isn't created to be, like, you know, he's not going to be young. He's just going to be a normal guy. As far as I know, that's as much as I research. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, but let us know.
You know, they could do whatever they want, though, because look at the Bane in the Dark Knight trilogy.
That's true. He
wasn't created for any purpose. He was brought in. He was kind of doing his own thing, actually, and Batman came to stop him. So, I mean, could they do something with, like, a Bane character? They could. They could. They don't have to follow there's no comic book series, I don't believe, that they're specifically following. They're not trying to lead up to the Dark Knight trilogy or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is its own standalone.
Yep. Which is nice. I'm so glad they're not trying to be, you know, Dark Knight or the other ones. Or
it's good that they're not trying to connect it to something. Yeah. Because then they'd have to follow rules. And
it'd be way different. There probably wouldn't be a Fish Mooney.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because Fish Mooney is created for this show.
Yep.
Which I love. I love.
Yep.
I love that they created this, and her character is, like, really cool. I have no problem with her.
Yep. So, I think that's going to do it for this episode.
Yeah.
If you have questions, comments,
or anything we missed, or something we got wrong,
right? Yeah,
let us
know. Point out if we got something wrong.
I know I'm definitely not the biggest bat as much as I would want to be. I don't know everything.
Right. We're not like historians, but we are fans of.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but I don't think either one of us grew up reading comic books.
I did a little bit, but I wasn't hardcore like Nick was.
No, like my brother. No,
dude, that's all.
See, I don't know. See, me and him probably got into comic books around the same time.
Yeah.
The difference was
He still reads them.
he still reads them, and I was only really reading Marvel stuff. I never really read Batman or DC Comics. Though.
So yeah, this is still like new territory for us, but
definitely let us know if we got something wrong. Let us know if we missed something in an episode, or if there's
definitely.
If you're watching on YouTube, leave it in the comments.
Yep.
If you're listening on another platform,
head to our Facebook. We just got our Facebook up and running. We got Twitter too.
Nice.
It's facebook.com/SplashFrameStudios, or for Twitter it's @SplashFrame. So you can hit us up in there. You can tweet us, say hey, what's up? Really, whatever you want to do.
Yep.
But yeah, give us a like, give us a follow, and
tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends. This is technically our first episode.
Yeah, got started a little late in the season.
Yeah, but we'll definitely catch up. If not, we'll definitely keep pushing this through, making this the best that it can be. I don't know.
I think that's it. I think we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you guys next time.
I'm Evan.
And I'm Kyle.
Bye.
Bye.